Welcome to the latest edition of the Campaign Doctor. Donald Trump is really the head of the MAGA movement. There is some big overlap with the Republican Party, but Trump is also getting people to vote Republican that otherwise wouldn't vote for the GOP or may not even vote at all. Now, this is nothing new in itself. I think it's fair to say that Barack Obama was the head of a movement that brought new people into the process. I think that Ronald Reagan was the head of a movement, and there are many other cases around the world. And it also happened before that there is some ideological distance or even a policy disagreement between the head of the movement and the base. Now, the way politicians would usually deal with such a situation is that they don't do what they say and they don't say everything they do, meaning that they might give an emotional speech about a topic but then act on the very same issue in a much more nuanced way. Now, Donald Trump wouldn't be Donald Trump if he didn't do it his own way, which is very different from the traditional political approach. During the past weeks, he has really done a couple of things that the base didn't like. There was the strike on Iran, then there was the controversy about the Epstein issue. With Iran, he was really able to skillfully close that chapter rapidly, at least for the moment. The way he's dealing with Epstein is very different, and he's actively scolding his own supporters, calling them former supporters and telling them to move on. It's a rather seldom way of dealing with your own base, and I'm very curious to see how it will play out. Now, in fairness, I don't think Epstein is really going to be the big issue a year from now heading into the midterm elections. I don't think it will be the issue that decides the midterm elections, but still it is something that his base seems to be preoccupied about. Love him or hate him, there is one thing any politician can learn from Donald Trump. If you don't stand up for yourself, you lose your best advocate. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.